today's session, we'll discuss about how to insert a node at a specific position in the singly linked list. If you see this diagram, we have original list, this one. We have three nodes. The first node is having data 21, reference or address 100. The second node is having data 31, address 200. The third node is having data 12. The reference points to nothing. This particular list, if you observe this list based on the 0th index, the first one is at position 0, second one at position 1, third node, the last node at position 2. So in this original linked list, we want to insert 42 at position 2. This is position 2, position 2. Okay, so that means the first node at position 0, the second node at position 1. We wanted to insert the node at position 2, that is 42. So what we have to do, we need to take a reference pointer temp equal to head. Then we'll have to traverse the temp pointer from first node, that means from 21 onwards till end of the list. We wanted to find out the position, which position we need it. In our case, position is 2, that means after 31st node. So once we reach the position, we need to, this is the position, we need to halt. Once we reach the position 1, we need to point this particular node reference to the new node. From this new node reference, this reference needs to be pointed to this node. In the original list, last node. Okay. After insertion, if you observe first node, we don't have any change. It is at position 0 place. The second node also, it doesn't have any change. It is also at position 1 and at position 2. This is the position 2. The new node got inserted. From this new node reference, this reference needs to be connected to the last node in the original list, that means 12th. So if you see the code node definition, singly linked list definition, and then append, how to append the nodes to the list, all this particular code we have seen in the previous video. That video is for insert a node at the end of the list. Please refer that video. You can understand the code. Now we will try to understand insert at position. This is the function. It takes the parameters data and position with reference to head pointer. Okay. In this function, whatever the new node will pass from main code, that node will be initialized with the data which we have passed it. And if you observe this one, if position equal to 0, that means we wanted to insert the new node at position 0. This is the code. New node dot next equal to self dot head equal to new node return. Okay. Then if you see the below code, this one is related to insert the node other than 0th position. So temp initially it points to head pointer. We have taken temp pointer as a reference, which will be useful for traversing in the list from beginning to end in order to find the required position. For in range, we'll have to provide the data and position from the main code. If you see main code here, we'll have to pass the data, that is from user input, enter value to insert whatever the data you wanted to insert at the required position. You need to pass, then which position you want, enter position to insert it. We need to call the insert at position function with the data and position values. This is the calling function calling. Here, if you understand whatever the data passed in and position, with that this is the code. Okay. Now other than 0th position, temp points to beginning of the list, that means temp is a reference. Then for in range position 1, position we wanted to insert the new node at position 2. Here position value 2, we wanted to insert 2 minus 1, so 1. So for loop traverses from 0th index, the values are like this 0 and 1. These are the two values because position is second place we wanted to insert new node based on the 0th position index. Okay, so the values are 0 and 1, but the range function, inbuilt function, ignores the final value 1. So that means only one value is valid here. So in that means for loop it takes only one value 0th. Okay, if not temp, print position out of bounds, return this particular code. That means you started from beginning by using the temp reference until end we haven't found the required position, then we'll have to print position out of bounds because the list limit is till that much only, you cannot traverse further. Now temp is equal to temp dot next, so this particular statement will be executed. Temp is equal to temp dot next, so that means here from here temp will move to here. Okay. Okay, now we reached position 1. From this place means the required position we reached because for loop traverses for 0th value only. Okay, from this place what we have to do, once we reached this position 1, from there this particular node reference needs to be pointed to new node which is having data 42. This is our new node. From this new node next we need to point to the last node of the original list. Okay, so what are the steps we need to understand? Once we reached temp equal to temp dot next, okay, that means temp reached here. If this is temp, this one is temp dot next, correct? After this, what needs to be done? New node dot next equal to temp dot next, temp dot next equal to new node. So mapping is perfectly done. After that, display function. So we have understood display function also in the previous video. Please refer that. This is the main driver code. Once again, we will refer. We are taking for the number of elements from the user input. So this for loop captures the data, how many number of elements you need it. You need to enter by using append code. Data will be inserted in the linked list. Then at the end, again you need to provide the new value or new data to insert at required position, and also you need to enter the position where you wanted to insert. By using inserted position, you need to print again the linked list after insertion by using display function. We'll run this code and see how it works. Copy here in Visual Studio Code. This is the code. Save, run. Enter the number of elements to add 3. Enter the value 1, 21. Enter the value 2, 31. Enter the value 3, 12. So initial linked list or original linked list, this one. Again, we wanted to insert new node data that we need to enter here 42. Enter position to insert it based on the 0th based index. We wanted to insert the 42 at second position. You can see here 21, 31, 42, 12. So 21 is at 0th index, 31 is at first index, 42 is at second index. That's all for this video.